Hey there, all my beautiful soul peeps. Angel of the Dawn, back with another. This will be a general collective message. Um, so, quick shout out to all of my new and existing subscribers. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I greatly appreciate it. I want to go ahead and get right into this so I don't forget any of the messages that were coming through. So, I feel like as a collective, like the big overall energy is this really going within, not like in your mind kind of way, and that would be why we have, well, I guess you guys really can't see, but there's no swords tarot dice, which, you know, swords is the mental, our mental thinking, mind, logic. So we don't have any of those tarot dice. So I feel like this is getting out of the mind and more into the heart space. I do feel like it's like realizing a lot of patterns, and a lot of things are coming up and, you know, being brought to the surface to be released and healed and released. Part of it is kind of going back through relationships and realizing, assessing why things haven't worked out in the past. You know, what were your expectations? What were their expectations? You know, what were some of your wounds? What were some of their wounds? And it could take some time to realize why we have allowed some of the things that we have allowed, why we have participated in some of the energies that we've participated in, and realizing how to break out of those patterns. There's a need for balance and a desire to willfully and intentionally end cycles that are not of our highest good. We've got the Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Tower in reverse, and the Hierophant in reverse. So to me, that's like needing to bring balance, or balancing out after, you know, because if you go through and you shed like a lot of energy that you no longer need, toxic energy, low level energy, just lower energy, whatever, that has to be replaced with a new energy. So preferably a higher vibe energy. So this is a need for and a time of bringing balance to yourself and to your situations. And I think this may have been, can't remember if it was the Divine Masculine or the Divine Feminine video that I just did, but there was a sense of that, you know, really needing to find balance, and how, I think I said in the beginning of the video, the other video, that like all the energy from last week, you know, we're kind of in an integration period now, of all of the energies that was coming in. And then if you listen to my channel, if you're a regular on my channel, you've probably seen the videos where I was talking about like the Schumann resonance coming in and helping to clear our chakras, and then the plasma waves coming in and like upgrading our chakras, giving them a frequency boost. And so all of that I felt like was going on last week. And so now it's our unconscious body bringing in all of that information and the changing of energies and really needing to balance that out and harmonize that. So, just really integrating all of the new codes and downloads and clearing out all of the old shit. And I feel like that is helping, make these realizations about how we've handled relationships in the past. And that doesn't necessarily just mean like intimate relationships. This is any type of relationship: work relationships, friendship relationships, familial relationships, religious relationships, people if you go to church or whatever. But realizing who you have been in these relationships compared to who you have attracted into your environment, into your energy field. I feel like this is a time of realizing desires and learning self-love, a time of not being so rigid, letting go of like rigid thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Rigid structures are crumbling. And this isn't like it's kind of forced because of like the energies coming in that obviously we didn't necessarily consciously ask for, that is changing things. But it's not like a tower moment type of forced energy. This is a conscious, I realize that these energies are being cleared out, and I realize that I want better energies to come into my environment, into my life. Which brings me over here to getting over like abandonment issues, lack consciousness issues, even victim consciousness, taking on burdens that's not ours, how we enter into relationships, again, back to the relationships, how we deal with like contracts and commitments, how we view commitments, bringing a more balanced and justified energy to everything, like to relationships, relationships in general, because that involves everything. That involves how you work, how you play, how you love, how you rest. Those are all relationships with yourself and with others. So it's a need to bring in balance and a sense of right and just energy, and to not have to worry about things not working out, like being more firm in who you are, because you're being more authentic and honest and now I lost my words, but also master manifester, like learning how to really manifest, which I was getting over here to that too, because I feel like after realizing what you don't want, we've got here the magician in reverse. After realizing and manifesting all of the things you haven't wanted, you're realizing what doesn't work, what does work, and you're realizing here with the King of Pentacles that, King of Pentacles and the Justice is on the backside, and so I feel like that's realizing that abundance is your birthright and really stepping into that, and realizing too that you do that through love and passion. We've got the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands, on the top part, and then back side facing me is the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So this is telling me that in order to manifest what we truly want, what we truly desire from soul level, and what we yearn for from our hearts, that can only be manifested through deep emotions and desires. And we're realizing those things, that to be inauthentic is to create worlds that we don't want to live in. If you are not honest with yourself and others, you are creating worlds that are fake, that well, they're not authentic. But you're living in an illusion. You're living in a reality that you've created, but that you'll always be unhappy in, because you're not being your true, honest self. And so I feel like this is all, stepping out of that old paradigm of basically creating from an unconscious perspective, an unconscious energy, and creating from a conscious place, moving into creating from a conscious place, an intentional place. Like Pee Wee Herman says, I meant to do that. Versus, how the hell did that happen, So, let's get into the cards. Wow, all that, and I haven't even got into the cards. But I feel like this energy is very liberating and freeing. Wow, there could be some issues with really speaking your truth, or like that needs to be done. I've got goosebumps now all throughout my body, like I can feel them in my face. But I feel like there's going to be a lot more people speaking their truth, even if they stumble over their words. Even if it's not eloquent and doesn't come out all, fluid and effortlessly. And again, the No Swords dice tells me that people are moving out of their heads and into their hearts as a collective. Like, this is happening on an individual level and on a collective level. And even if, some people don't realize exactly what's happening. Like, these changes are happening, but it's happening so subtly. Well, kind of subtly. Like, for somebody that's not awake, I guess it would seem probably subtle sometimes, I guess. But for those of us that are awake, we notice, and so, we a lot of times feel the impact heavier, harder. Anyways, now I'm just babbling. Let's see what the cards say. Doing all of this, all of this is, going through all of this is going to bring in everything that you could want. Stability, health, relationships, money, home, work, cats, dogs, wife, husband, grandkids, kids, maybe kids and then grandkids. Yeah, I don't know, something like that. Two of Swords. Could still feel a need to guard your heart. I really feel like, though, this is more of a learning that or this is a need to learn to lead through the heart, not... Hold on. Page of Swords in reverse. Tower in reverse. That's a double tower in reverse. The Page of Swords in reverse and the Two of Swords. So actually I feel like that is quieting the mind. Whereas the mind and the ego may be saying to guard your heart, the heart's saying, no, I'm good. You know, just love is the answer. And again, the Tower in reverse, that being a double, I feel like this is really a conscious decision. Or it needs to be a conscious decision. Or maybe it has to be a free will choice. You have to choose to live from the heart rather than from the head. Yeah, getting out of worrying in general. I feel like, not worrying about having to protect your heart. That as long as you're living from a place of unconditional love for yourself and others, there's no wrong decisions. You're just going to keep moving in the right energy and in the right space. Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, getting out of trying to escape a situation or escape feelings, getting out of the need to hide or be deceptive, not running from yourself or your problems or your feelings. King of Pentacles, and that's a double. So really getting solid in who you are and who you want to be and where you're going. Knowing that you can have, everything that you want. But it's going to take work, and not the kind of work that we've been programmed to believe that will achieve these things. In order to get the abundance and the stability and the happy wife, happy life, Ten of Pentacles, King of Pentacles situation, it's not going to take working 40 plus hours, breaking your back and working your fingers to the bone and all of that. It's going to take going deep inside and healing trauma and wounds and all of these lower level vibrations, helping to clear the chakras, helping to clear those energies, to heal and allow all of this abundance to come in, to realize and identify with who we truly are and what we're here to do and what our birthrights are, and really stand in our power. So that's the real work, is the internal healing work that needs to be done for each individual and the collective. do this, or the collective is going to do this by getting out of worrying and caring about what other people think. Really just basically minding your own business. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, again, I still feel like this is like minding your business, minding your own business. Not feeling like you have to go out and save or heal the world. Like, that'll be done through you by you healing and saving yourself. So it's like, become the King of Pentacles, this person that's, you know, grand and solid on a foundation and has everything that he wants and everything that he needs, but, you know, don't behave in an arrogant, egotistical, judgmental, like coming from a better than thou or holier than thou attitude. It's like, be humble. You don't have to listen to what other people say, but don't think you're better than them either. You know, be grand, but be humble. I'm also hearing there's plenty of blessings for everyone. King of Wands. So this is, you know, like I was saying earlier, manifesting through, you know, desires, passions, and emotions. And I feel like this is, the King of Wands is saying, you know, really get in touch with what you're passionate about. Get excited about what you're passionate about. Be sure. Be brave and adventurous in your in what you're wanting to manifest. Be bold. There's no limit. The possibilities are infinite, limitless. Don't think small. Be humble, but don't think small. Like, you can have everything you want. Just be humble about it and not arrogant and judgmental and thinking that you're better than anybody else. And again, going back to authenticity and honesty and integrity, like those are the new status symbols. Those are the new ways of being. Those are the new cool, the new hot, the new sexy. He's so honest. He's so sexy. He's so authentic. He shows so much integrity. He's so sexy. I mean, I don't know. But it's like that. It's like, those are the holy grails. Those are, you know, an unconditional love. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this is getting out of, like, juggling between two worlds. This is like making the full-on commitment to, like, the 5D new earth. This is really shedding the 3D. Really shedding the 3D. 10, 11, one more. Okay. Judgment in reverse. And the Page of Cups in reverse. So I feel like the Judgment in reverse and the Tower in reverse, this is again, this is, I feel like the Tower in reverse and the Judgment in reverse is like the universe saying, I've given you all of this. I've shown you the way. I've given you the map. Can you get there? You know, now it's on you. I'm also hearing this Judgment is like not going back to old ways, not going, you know, staying in this 3D matrix system. And then the Page of Cups in reverse, that's like, I feel like that's not looking back, having no apologies about making this choice of this transition. Because I feel like it's going to be a even bigger, like, I know we've all been seeing and feeling the different internal changes as we've made, or as we've healed in different ways, but I feel like there's something about this energy that feels bigger. Like, this is the universe giving us that free will option. Do you stay in the 3D matrix that has, you know, produced all of this negative stuff? Or do you take all of the signs, synchronicities, and information that, you know, we've been showing you, and do you move on in that new energy? And yeah, so I feel like this is a very big time, a big turning point. Yeah, that just got really heavy. Like intense, not really heavy so much in like a bad way, but just intense. It's like, oh my gosh, like this is life altering stuff, reality altering stuff, because do you choose, you know, your higher vibrational reality, your higher vibrational timeline, or do you stay stuck in lower timelines and keep creating and playing out toxic cycles? So as a collective, this feels so huge. And I mean, even on an individual level, this is so huge, because collectively we all have the choice, but individually we are all making the decision that will inadvertently, collectively affect us all. The many parts of the one. And, you know, looking at this, like overall now, with all of these cards already put out in the dice, I feel like the focus is really on getting out of the head and into the heart, but not in a, I need a relationship type of way. Like, this is in an unconditional love type of way, and in a, I'm looking over past relationships and, you know, the positives and the negatives in those to see what I can do better in the future. But also in a, I love myself unconditionally, or I'm getting to love myself unconditionally so I can love others unconditionally. But this is really more about becoming stable within yourself, becoming good with who you are, and not being shy or embarrassed to let the world see and get to know who that person is at an authentic level. Still hearing liberating and freeing. This is a very transformative energy, transformative time. Like, I'm really feeling the energies of all the things that I've heard and read, over the last 6 months or year or whatever, about how everything's changing, and on such a deep level, like from each individual to the planet to the solar system, like, and that universally, that we've got other beings that are watching us go through this transition, because it's a very important, huge transition. And I'm really, like, I'm feeling that kind of energy. Like, this is so huge and decisive and monumental, but in such a good way. Yeah, we've got discovery, we've got quest. So you're discovering new things about yourself and about the world, about life in general, through your spiritual quest, your spiritual journey. Despondence. This could be bringing up a lot. Like, when you go through this discovery mode and you start realizing all of the lies and the deception on the really high levels, how high up the deception and the corruption. I'm really losing my words. But how high everything, like the Matrix, how deep that goes, and the beings that have, like, put that into place, and how high up that kind of deception goes. Like, it goes up to every level of human beings that on the earth, as far as we have political powers and heads of state or whatever. Wow, I cannot think at the moment. My words are gone. But so that can bring up a lot of sadness and anger, and just like a detachment type energy. When you start realizing all of this stuff, like, it can bring up a lot. But it does cause growth, or it results in growth and abundance. Abundance is the bottom of the deck energy. Let me see what despondence actually says. Basically what I've been talking about. You have all the answers you need within. This card may indicate an emotional tie that no longer serves you. Remember, how you relate to the issue is the issue. Obstacles are removed when you change your relationship to them. So yeah, basically what I was talking about in all of this, this is discovering that you can let go, that you can create new worlds, through discovery, through the spiritual journey, the spiritual quest, through growth, through lessons, and it's going to bring about so much abundance in all areas of your life, in love, in finances, in health, wealth, and happiness. I mean, this is all beautiful. Like, we're moving into such a a beautiful time and a beautiful energy, a beautiful world. That yeah, the energy that I feel from that is just so fulfilling and uplifting, heartwarming, and abundant. So anyway, that's what I've got for the collective energies. If you guys haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps my channel, helps get my videos circulated. Any information that you guys might need to know about my services, my readings, prices, things like that, all in the description box below. I do have a new reading that I started here in May that looks like this, has the tarot dice as well as the cards, and it's like one question, and it's on special this month. It's one question for $15 recorded, or one question for $25 live. That will go up at the end of May or after May. Or you don't have to ask a question at all. You can just see what what the cards and dice have to say for you. So yeah, and if you'd like to make excuse me, an energy exchange donation, those are always accepted and greatly appreciated. The information for that's in the description box below. And I love you guys so very much. This is Angel of the Dawn, saying peace, love, and light out. Until